I tried aspirin on my nose, tea tree oil on my nose, salt baths. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sade and today I'm going to talk about nose piercings and how to take care of them and how to get rid of nose bumps because they're really annoying, and after 2 years I still get them and it's really annoying, and how to get rid of them with the right stuff because a lot of people recommend a lot of things and I try them all, literally all, and there's only one thing that keeps them away and takes care of the bumps that are on the piercing. So keep on watching if you want to know how to take care of them. Also, just watch this video if you want to know more about nose piercings and just how to take care of them and just stuff you need to keep in mind if getting a nose piercing is something you want to do. First of all, I have 10 piercings and 3 of them are in my nose. I got a septum and that's in the skin between your nose bone and cartilage. And I got 2 nose studs. I did have 2 on this side and 1 on this side, but I will tell you a story about that one. I did have more piercings, but I got rid of some. I got rid of the second nose piercing right here, and I got rid of 1 in my ear on this side in my cartilage because it did not want to heal and it just got infected again and again, so I took it out. Okay, so let's begin with the story. I got a double nose piercing on this side and I got them pierced with a hoop from titanium silver. First of all, never get your nose pierced with a hoop because that shit's annoying and they tell you, or my piercer told me, you need to twist it. Never do that because every time you twist your piercing, the scab is, or it's like a scab that you open again and again and again, and then there will be some scar tissue that is going to build up inside your nose or on top of your nose, and that's not something you want because that's very annoying to get rid of. So don't get it pierced with a hoop, get it pierced with a stud. Yeah, I don't know if you're allergic to titanium or allergic to silver, but most people aren't allergic for titanium, so I got mine pierced with titanium rings, and even when they weren't healed after a year, I took them out and replaced it with 2 real gold studs, and they're like with a hoop like this, and then you need to push it in because that's more secure like than a regular stud that's just pushed in like this, you know. But yeah, after a year my nose piercing still wasn't healed, so I replaced them. The bumps were growing and growing and I tried everything, literally everything. But yeah, I changed them, or I changed those 2 with a stud, so I thought they would heal because it was real gold, and I thought my nose couldn't handle titanium, but that wasn't the case. So good 90 euros. But they look cute though now after a while. But yeah, the reason why I needed to take the back one out was because I put in the studs, but after a few hours my stud disappeared in my nose and I couldn't get it out with tweezers or something like that because it was sinking in my nose further and further, and my nose was getting really big and red, so my skin around my nose was going up and the piercing was going down. So I went to the piercer to get it removed. That was a whole different kind of story. That was the worst experience ever. I needed to take pliers and go right in my nose, and it only was going further inside my nose, and there was blood everywhere and it hurt like... It was not fun and it hurt really bad, and he just said you just need to take it out because this is not gonna heal right. So I took it out, and that was a sad part. So I only had 1 piercing in my nose that was on the front right here. I was still getting bumps every day and the back one was getting closed, or was closing up. So I went again to the piercer because I could get it re-pierced for free, but I didn't want it re-pierced on this side because it was so annoying and I knew it was only getting worse and worse. So I got it re-pierced on this side, as you can see. So I got 1 on this side and 1 on this side, and I was like, okay, let's get it pierced right this time, not with a hoop, just with my own gold jewelry that I bought myself. And I got it pierced with this nose stud, and I was like, okay, this time I won't get any bumps. But that was not the case again. I did get bumps every day, and keep in mind guys, I clean my piercings with a salt solution. I got it right here twice a day, and I am a really clean person. I do take a lot of time doing my skincare, my hair, my body care. I'm very clean and I really like being clean, but still I was getting bumps in my nose even though I was cleaning it every day. And I will tell you all the things I used. I used a salt solution spray, I used salt soaks or salt baths with a shot glass and you put it on your nose. I did salt paste and slept with it on at night. I did tea tree oil twice a day or 3 times a day, and my piercer once said like 8 times a day, and I was like okay, but only the area around it was getting more red as the bump was still growing. I also used aspirin, or I crushed up a lot of aspirin and I used that on a paste on my nose as well. Everything helped for like a day or 2, and after that it all just went back to having a big bump on my nose, so that was very annoying. But I do have one product that does work, that's very inexpensive, you can use a lot of times, and I will say it in a minute. Okay guys, you first need to listen to the rest of my story. And nothing worked on my nose, the bumps got bigger and bigger, and in the last video you maybe also saw that I got bumps on my nose. It's just because those nose bumps still come back, and I clean it still with salt solution twice a day, but I don't know what it is guys, but my nose bumps keep coming back like rarely, because the stuff I use now keeps them away. But it's just annoying, after 2 years they're healed, but the outside is doing weird stuff. But first I will tell you what can go wrong also with your nose piercing, why those bumps will form. You can have bad hygiene, or you're a person with skin of color, because my piercer said, and some articles online also said, that when you're someone with skin of color, you're more prone to keloids, and those are bumps on your skin, so more scar tissue and just forming bumps on your face when getting piercing. So keep that in mind, because I'm a person with skin of color, so that's maybe the reason why those bumps are still coming. Because my boyfriend also has a nose piercing, he got it pierced with a hoop as well. He cleaned it in the beginning but left it after a while, and his face is perfectly fine. He did get a nose bump in the beginning, did some tea tree oil, and it is gone, and now almost 2 years later he still has no problem with it, and it's fully healed. So maybe that's why I'm just screwed, because I'm a person of skin of color and just gets bumps easily apparently. But keep in mind, when you get a piercing, your piercing will get caught in your clothing. You probably will rip it out yourself accidentally because you're just with your hands in your face. I don't know. I also got my nose piercing caught on my boyfriend's nose ring, and that was also not fun. So watch out for that as well. But I will tell you guys now what the one thing is that does help my nose bump. It's the Cruz Sulfur ointment. It's in this little jar. Sulfur is like what it says on the bottle. It dries and clears acne, pimples and blackheads, helps to keep the acne, pimples and blackheads from forming, and it's allergy tested. But sulfur is like something that dries out the area and just pulls out the dirt that's in it. So I use this one also once a week as a face mask to get every gunk out of my face. I also exfoliate, but that's a different kind of story. But this does the job. In the manual it also says to do it as a mask when you use it as an acne medication. I recommend doing that. But when you use this on your nose bump, keep it on the whole night. That's what I did, or I still do, because I use this still every night just to be sure that my bumps aren't coming back, because once I forget to wash my face, those bumps are coming back. I for sure will tell you that you really need to be cleaning your face, and also keep the area around your piercings very clean, even though it's 2 years later. But yeah, I use this every night. I will show you how it looks. It's yellow, and a lot of people say that it stinks or has a very weird odor. I don't smell it, or I'm just not really prone to smelling this. It just, I don't know. I don't know what the smell is, but I use this on my face as well. But I will also show you in a little clip how you want, or I just tell you how to use it. I firstly clean my face with this salt solution around it and in my nose. And after that, when salt solution is dried or has dried, I use this sulfur ointment on a cotton swab and just put a little layer on my bump and on this side of my bumps. It doesn't dry, so you need to pay attention that you need to switch out your sheets a lot more. I already did that because of my acne on my cheeks, and I just use one side of my pillowcase and then switch it over to the other side and then throw it in the washing machine. That's what you should do and just keep all the bacteria out of your face, you know. But yeah, this is very inexpensive. I don't know how much I paid for it, but I will put it on the screen. I got 3 little ones of these. I'm only halfway of this pot and I use it for like a half a year, maybe longer. I also use it for my face, so that's why it's going empty earlier, as it probably would if you only used it on your nose. I will put the link down below where you can get it. I got it at 𝐼Herb and I'm from the Netherlands and I still could get it shipped over here. But I did pay a little bit extra. I don't know how much, but it only took like a week for it to come right here from America. So that's really nice. I hope it will work for you as well, because this is the only thing that works. And guys, I tried aspirin on my nose, tea tree oil on my nose, salt baths. I did everything and nothing worked longer than this for like 2 days, and this does work. Literally, when I have a bump and I put this on my nose, the next day the bump is flat and the day after the bump is gone. I do have some, I don't know if you can see it, but some scars on my nose because I have on and off bumps for like 2 years, so that's annoying, but you don't really see it, only if you're very close. But let's go on. I can't live without this salt solution because I really need to use this every single day, twice a day, to keep my piercings clean. By the way, my septum piercing was not an issue. It was just healed after like 1 month or 2 months, I don't know. I don't have any issues with that, but that's just the reason that this is cartilage and this is pierced right through my skin, and there were no issues with that. But I use this twice a day, morning and night, and I use this at night. I can skip a few days a week to not use this one, but my bumps come back so fast that I really need to use this. And that's not because this thing isn't working. This does so much good, but I just have a difficult face. So keep in mind, if you want a piercing or you're getting a piercing, that it's maybe possible that you need to clean it twice a day with a salt solution and buy new salt sprays every time. That also gets very expensive, and this is not very expensive, but you also need to buy. So keep in mind that if you're not very big on your budget, think twice before getting a nose piercing. You also can get really cool piercing studs and rings, but I only use these studs because they're gold and I paid for them, so I'm gonna use them. And I'm just someone who has very bad luck with nose piercings. You can also be a person that has his nose piercing, cleans it once every week, and you're good to go and don't need to touch it ever again. But yeah, we're not all so blessed like my boyfriend. Think twice before getting a piercing. Also keep in mind, cartilage is just prone to getting bumps more as in your skin, because I got my septum pierced with a horseshoe. That's just something like this. I got it down and I only put it up after like 2 weeks or something, but that thing healed really quick. The same as my spiny piercing, just healed really quick, but that's because your saliva is antibacterial, so that's a whole different kind of story. But yeah, keep in mind, cartilage, bumps, skin of color, expensive, okay? But I just want to tell you, do get your piercings if you're like me and you just really enjoy them and you think they're cute and are worth every penny you need to put down to keep them, because it gets expensive, guys. But yeah, guys, that will be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you want to see next. Like, subscribe, and follow me on my social media, because why not? And yeah, that will be it for me today, guys. But yeah, that will be it for me. That will be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, bye.